Hey y'all, welcome to ZLS number 014. We're getting up there. This is like third week of doing this. I've had a great time. Looks like Brandon's chat's still in my little stream chat there. I think it's because I like rated him earlier today. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what rating means. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like undo it. So I guess I'll just stay up there. That's fine. Let me jump into where we left off yesterday. We kind of left off halfway through our story yesterday, unfortunately. Let's make this bigger. There you go. So let's see. So we started off with the task. So just going over what we did last stream. We started off with the task of adding a test for once we were logged in and then refresh the browser. I think there was the issue where if we would refresh it, it would appear as if we were not logged in, but we had no need to do that because we had the access token stored in local storage, so we could just kind of wire that up. So if there is an access token, we could just log them right in, log our user right on in. So we wrote a test for that, made it pass, and we can put that one up on the shelf. So then we started into this whole huge, massive story about adding a friend, and I think let me get started while I'm talking about this. Let's just run nx e2e r circle web client e2e with watch. So this will start up Cypress, and we'll be able to run our end-to-end test in watch mode. Oh, is that still open? Oh, I think we're still open. It's still open from last time. There we go. This is my NGRX 10 example project I'm still working along with, but we'll get to that later. Not today. I forgot. Let me get my chat open here too while I have this. Boom. There we go. Okay. So if we run this test, I think the way I left things out, let's stop that and we'll rerun. I think the way I left this, I had commented out all the other tests so we don't have to see them run. We should just kind of be able to see where we're at in this story right now. So we have, just tracing through the logs of what Cypress is doing here. We have a user coming in, typing in their username, typing in their password, hitting submit. So they're logging themselves in. We're doing a bunch of assertions here to make sure they're seeing the correct things. And we have gotten to the point where they can see a button to request adding a new friend. But they should see after this, right now that button doesn't do anything, so we're failing our next step. Our next step is once a friend has been added, we should see them in some sort of pending status. So it'll just say that you've already requested this person as a friend. We're waiting for them to respond to your request right now. So that's kind of where we've left off. I have some thoughts on what we did yesterday. Let's go back to the code. And let's make a new markdown file for today. Like so. 8/14, 2020. So the main thing we want to do for today is finish our request add friend story, and the first thing I want to do is I want to refactor our API a little bit. the queries we ran in the API, I'm convinced are not optimal. I'm almost wondering, just because of the scope of this project, like the social media platform we're trying to run is purposely small in scale. So what's that? What's the name? There's a name for like this limit of meaningful connections you have to other people in your life. Limit to meaningful. I'm Googling it right now.
This is the top result.
Oh, not you, Google. My phone's. Let me put it over here. My phone heard Google and went off. Dunbar number, that's it. And the Dunbar number is about 150. So that's about the number of meaningful relationships a human can have. So that's kind of the goal for this, is to just like make a social media platform where it's not just this massive free-for-all of millions and millions of people. There's no money in that, but I think it's more meaningful for human connections. But given that scale, like we'd probably like never want people to vastly exceed that Dunbar number of 150 friends. It's almost like the way I envision this being deployed is everyone would have, like there'd be almost these closed circles that would come out. Hey Nicole, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, it looks like my stream chat is definitely not updating. It's still pointed at Brandon's thing, I think. Google's still going off. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. Let me see if I can fix my stream over here. Let's see. If I hit OK. Let me try. I'm going to try to remove it and re-add it. How do I remove it? I don't even know. Okay, there we go. Remove, and I'm going to add a new browser. And let me paste that in. This was like this and like this. Sorry, Nicole, I'm just I'm all discombobulated here. Let me see. I think this was like that. Bada boom. Let me push that in there. Okay, I think that's my chat now and not Brandon's. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties on the stream. Thanks. I'm wanting to. So the first thing I'm wanting to do here is I'm wanting to refactor my API. Let me show you what I'm doing inside of my Git friends right now. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I have friends coming in via this piece of middleware that I've written. It's called attach friends. The idea is when a request lands, we're going to kind of add to this request.friends friends from the database. And the way I'm doing that is via this query based on like I have this friendships collection that is going to, if we look at this, it's going to be a collection of objects that look like this, where you have a requester, a requestee, and whether it's accepted or not. And I wanted to, the original idea was I just kind of like run this query and get all the friends for the one user. I'm thinking though, given the smaller scope of things, I think what I actually may want to do is just get all friendships, and then get all users, and then just kind of use JavaScript to place these people into the correct buckets where they belong. So that's kind of where I want to go first. So let me mark that in the thing. Refactor API. So I want to move any querying logic to the middleware. I want to just get all friendships where the logged in user is present. Then just get all users. Then use just JavaScript to put each user in the correct category. Whew. So yeah, that's plan number one. I also wanted to change pending. Change pending field. Right now, we have pending is just a Boolean. I want to change it so it is either pending, so using like a union type of strings, rejected, or accepted. Because it's not really that they're either accepted or they haven't. It's these three things, and rejected should mean different behavior in my opinion than pending. Like, I think if they're rejected, we shouldn't include them in the list of friends that you could maybe click to try again. So that's kind of the goal for that. Let's just start with that, and we'll see how far we can get. And if we pass this, we'll kind of make a next landmark. So let's move into this. We'll move our querying logic into the middleware. I think I'm going to want to start with this one because this may affect things. So let's go to our friendship. Do I have one for friendship? Friend models, there we go. So I'm going to change this to pending or accepted or rejected. There we go. And let's go to, well, I think first, let me go to my seed. So I have this script here where I run the seeds for the database for my one end-to-end test. And this will fall down right now because it's still treating that this accepted as a Boolean. So let me put this one to accepted. Let me find, I think that's the only friendship we actually had to start with in the seed. Okay, so that's good. Oops. Let's see. Models is all set. I'm going to want to move into attached friends now. So all of this crazy querying I did yesterday, I think we can just get rid of it. I think I'm just going to do like this. And well, I'll just leave it for now because I really want to move it to this attached friends. So I'm going to start by just finding all friendships, and I don't care if they're accepted or not because I just want to kind of have a list of them here. So I will do that. Inside of here, I'm then querying my users specifically only for friends, only for users that I've determined from this query up here our user is somehow connected to. So I'm going to get rid, well, no, I definitely want all users. So I'll do that. I'll say constant users equals, and I'm just going to comment these pieces out for now. Await, and I'm just going to run a simple query here. Mongo.collection of Mongo users, and I'm just going to find them all. Find all. There we go. And let me call toArray. So we can await on that. ToArray is actually going to return a promise of an array. So that's how we can. That's how we can do that. So yeah, Nicole. Yesterday I had actually commented. I kept typing out friend so many times that it looked terribly, terribly wrong. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, where you keep writing a word over and over again, and eventually it appears wrong. But so now I have all the friendships that my user could potentially belong to. I have all of the users in the database entirely. And now I am going to determine my friends just using JavaScript in these two arrays of things. So I'm actually to make this run faster, I think I'm going to make a quick dictionary of users rather than have an array, so I don't have to like search through an entire array here. Let me do this. I'm going to await like so, and then I'm going to reduce this down into a object. So I'm going to say, here's my accumulator, and here's each user. And from here, I'll do something. I'll return the accumulator, and I'll start with an empty object. And what I'll want to do is I'll want to say user.id to hex string. Oops. This is going to equal to the user. So I'm pretty much just indexing. I'm going through, as soon as I get this array, I'm going to index that into an object, kind of like you would with just a hash map. And this way, I don't think I need to do that with my friendships. In fact, it would be kind of weird to do it with my friendships because there's no distinct ID for it. But I think that'll work. So I can determine my friends now. If I take my is equal to my accepted friendships, we're going to filter them such that the friendship has, let's see, friendship dot accepted equals accepted. I think that's right. So this will give me, at this point, I have an array of all my accepted friendships. It kind of doesn't matter. At this point, the user could be either the requestee or the requestor. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to map this. I've done this elsewhere in the code base. I've had to do this elsewhere. So I think this will just be a map here. Let me do a little self formatting just so I can make better sense of this as we go. So we're going to say for each friendship, right? If the user ID dot to hex string is equal to the friendship dot requestee to hex string. If that is true, then we're going to return the friendship dot requester. We'll just put to hex string because I'll want this as a string, I think, in the next step. Otherwise, we'll return the friendship dot requestee dot to hex string. So at this point, we have This will be an array of strings. So we're just going to want to map this one more time. So at this point, it's the friend ID. We're going to map this to our user's friend ID. So at this point, we have our friends. I think this should be, well, it's coming in as an array of any right now. I think that's because I think I can type this. So right now this is just thinks it's any, or it's just an object. I think I can say as dictionary. Can I just, I wonder if I can import that from, I think this is an export from ngrx entity actually. X entity. And it's a dictionary of a Mongo user. There you go. I'm using ngrx in the back end already. Nicole, so you know, like my ultimate plan for this, I would love to get this so like I can have like some web sockets and like kind of do ngrx over a server almost. I don't know. It's kind of a crazy idea right now, but I'd love to look into doing something like that. But anyways, I've got my friends now, and this should be a, well, no, it's still not showing up as that. Let's see. This should be, oh, man, that was almost really, really bad. Users. There, now. Okay, now it's an array of our Mongo users. So that's good. We have our friends, but I want to go in here. If we look at our friends, what we're ultimately sending out, we have our friends. This one we've already kind of attached via the middleware. We'll still want this Mongo user to sendable user function. That's fine. But I want to have friend requests. So this is where I think that we've got to kind of distinguish. There's whether it should show to this particular user as this request is pending versus, hey, you've got a new request from someone. So I think I need to separate these out into two distinct things. Let's call one of them, we'll say this one, the first one is const pending requests. So this is, we're going to do much the same that we did here. So I'm just going to copy this part so far. Right. And I'm going to, but instead of where friendship accepted equals accepted, this is where it should be pending. And friendship, so pending request, this is where our user is the requester. So in requester dot to hex string is equal to user dot underscore ID dot to hex string. There you go. That's our pending requests. Well, hang on. This is still not quite what I want. So this is still an array of our friendships. I think we just want to map this. So we actually don't want to do this because we know the user is always the requester. So let's instead map it. Friendship. For each friendship in this array, we want to say this is equal to our users friendship dot requestee, actually, rather, right? Yeah, so this will be users who to our given user should appear requesting. So we'll call this the requestee dot to hex string. Thank you, TypeScript. I would have made that mistake for sure otherwise. Okay, so I got pending requests. I'm going to call this next one incoming requests. this should be the same, except this should change to requestee, and this one should change to requester. And I think there's one last one we need, which we'll call our findable friends. And this should equal, let's grab one of these filters up here. So this is anywhere where not sure if this logic is going to make sense. They're not accepted and friendship.accepted is not rejected. I actually wonder. No, so this is wrong. This is wrong. If they're findable friends, they wouldn't even appear in this friendship array at all. So we can kind of just, we can actually start, I think, with our users. So we'll start with our users, and we'll, oh geez, I just put this to a dictionary, now I'm going to put it back to an array. That's okay. That's pretty easy to do. I think we'll just do object users dot values, and we'll say, yeah, Nicole, thanks for stopping by. It was great to have you. Hope you have a great weekend. See you later. Over here in our users, we now have an array. I think this is an array, right? Any. If I map this, is that a thing? Let me just say as a Mongo user array. I don't think I would need that. Wait, did I do this wrong? I think I did this wrong. Object.values of users. There we go. No, I don't think I need that. Yeah, I definitely did that wrong. There we go. But we're not going to want to map it. We're going to want to filter it. Filter it. So, so our findable friends is really any user who in no way appears in our relationships, in our friendships yet. So we'll just run a filter, and we'll say, thinking how to best do this, because this could get really inefficient real quick, because we need to filter this against an array of all of our friendships. So I guess I could, for each user, I could go through each relationship. That's like an n-squared solution. I think I may do something like this, just to map everything to an ID. Let me see, where did I do that? Right here. So just above here, instead of users, I'll say this is friendships by requestee. Well, let's just say friendships by by the other user's ID. So we know one of these is going to be our user. We want the other one. We want to index these friendships by the other one, and then we can check for each user inside of our users. And that this will be, so we'll go through the entire thing of all of our friendships once, So I can do, yeah, let me switch this up real quick. Friendships. Is this, what did I call this? Accepted friendships. Okay, that's what I want. Accepted friendships. And we're going to reduce this friendship. And we're going to reduce this to push onto, so this would be friendship again. Then we do here constant other ID is equal to friendship dot trusty dot to hex string is equal to our user dot ID to hex string. Same pattern we've seen before. I need to write a function for this, really, if I keep typing this out. But that's, I'll do that later. So if it's equal to that, then we want to return friendship dot requester dot to hex string. Otherwise, friendship dot requestee dot to hex string. All right. So there's my other ID. That'll be my index to this dictionary. Doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, because this is a dictionary of Mongo friendships. There you go. All right. So to find our findable friends, we were looking at originally for every user, each time for each user, checking each friendship. That's n squared. Alternatively, now I'm going through my friendships once. I'm going to, and I'm indexing this hash map based off of their the other person's ID. So I'm going through it once, and then I'm going to go through all the users once. So this is a n time solution versus an n squared. So that's cool, I guess. We'll filter out down here our user. I only want them if it is not the case that friendships by the other user's ID has user.id to hex string. There. I think that's right. I believe that's right. I believe that's performant. So yeah, and then before we want to call next, we'll just do what we had been doing before, where we'll say the request friends is equal to friends. We'll say request pending requests is equal to pending requests. Let's just do like this for this next one. This next one we called incoming requests. And then, oops, try to get too fancy with the double cursor. Incoming, and then findable friends. And then we're going to next on it. So before we were just attaching our friends to the context. Now we're attaching all of these things. So now we can go into our get friends. And this is going to return, well, it's going to do a lot less than it's doing right now, I can tell you that. We'll get rid of all this crap. We'll say, let me put this side by side here. There we go. We want to do this 3 more times. Friends is going to be This one's going to be pending requests. This one is going to be incoming requests. And this one will be findable friends. Go. And then we can just take this one. So this one, we had called it pending requests. Now we're going to call it pending requests. And we're just going to duplicate that line and add the incoming requests. There you go. All right, we fixed our API, I think. I think we can touch this up. Let's go back to our Markdown. Oops, that's the wrong one. I think let's mark this as done. Now on the front end side, I think we're going to adjust front end to back end changes. So first off, we need to change the friend service because the response body is going to change. Let's say response body, and then we'll need to adjust our NGRX stuff to pending requests and what was the other one? Incoming requests. And after that, let's just focus on that for now. After that, we can kind of look at fixing the view on our front end. So let's jump into our friend service. Here we go. So get friends. Really, we want to get rid of this friend request is deprecated now. This is really where I need to figure out how those request handlers can be generically typed, because I know they probably can be. I just need to figure that out so I can push this interface down to like one of those utils files. So like it's possible for this to get out of sync if I just forget about it. So I'll need to do that at some point. Not right now. Maybe if we have some time at the end, we'll do that. But findable friends is still valid. Friends is still valid. We have pending requests is a new thing, and we'll have incoming requests is another. So that will change. If we look at now, we're moving to the NGRX stuff. We'll need to first let's touch the user actions because the payload's going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to change this so like this. It's kind of silly that we have two different things here. I'm just going to I could do that, but then I'm going to have a circular dependency. I guess we'll move it in here. Hey. It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll do that. This is why I really like to have these things better planned out from the start. But I dropped the ball this time. That's okay. Say the props is a get friends response body. So now these can kind of stay in sync without having to manually touch them up. I think this is fine. I'm thinking about the dependency this is going to draw on our graph. I think it's fine. I think the dependencies between these modules already exist anyways. It's not like a bad thing even if it were new. Does it not like that? Front end auth. Oh yeah. It wasn't that. It was the like NGRX. NGRX. Doesn't like this? Oh, it's because why does that happen? VS Code. VS Code. Why do you do this? Is this because it's not in here, but rather in our circle. I think that's right, but VS Code did this again. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so we've adjusted our actions now. Next is we'll have to look at the selectors. Well, let's look at the adapter first, because we'll want to adjust these as well. So this one, we're going to have two different dictionaries now. Let's say this first one is the pending requests. I guess that's the IDs. And then, oops, duplicate and incoming request IDs. Let me switch this one around for consistency. There we go. Now inside of our selectors, we can do, well, it's going to show us where we need to fix things. So this will be our pending request IDs. And let's name this one select pending request IDs. I'm going to grab this. Select incoming There we go. Select friend requests. This is pending. This is select pending. This one, I really don't need to change this one, but it would irk me if I didn't. Pending request IDs. Go. Copy this whole one and bring it over for incoming. 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 And incoming. There we go. Alright, so selectors are touched. I think the effects we won't need to change. Yeah, this never really needed to change. Response body. It shouldn't have needed to change. I kind of did it sillily. Response body. There we go. I actually wonder. Huh. That should work, right? Well, that's pretty neat. I'll leave it like that. Style points. Here we go. And friend requests. So I'm going to want to switch this one to just grab them all here. To pending requests. Then we'll also need here though incoming requests. Findable friends. This is going to be our pending request IDs. And then we'll copy this one, drop it in here. This will be our incoming. Bada boom. There we are. Looks good. Looks good. I think that's everything we need for the NGRX stuff. Let's see. I'll make a new Chrome window. just so we can see it, because the cypress always turns out really, really small. Let's take a look. So this was our username is our, yeah, here, one password. Test username, and password was test password. Hit submit, and the only piece I really want to check out here, well, there's a whole bunch of errors. That's kind of to be expected. I know what that error is now. Ooh, that's interesting. It's probably something we'll have to fix later. We'll go to test username and test password. There we go. Let's check the Redux store. If we look at our state, oh, I've got this error. Oh, I've got a couple errors. Looks like our user. How many IDs are there? There's only 2 IDs in here. Something going on wrong with our API, unfortunately. We'll have to figure that out. Test name and test non-friend. So we're getting the friend in our findable friends, but we're not getting our actual friend in the friend IDs. Let's take a step back and check that. Alexa, let's run the end-to-end test, make sure that's where we're failing here too. So I'm pretty sure I introduced some bug higher up the chain. No, here is my test friend. I wonder if that was because of that error I saw. Maybe this is right. Let's see. If we inspect, we go to, oh, I don't have Redux on here because this is Chromium, not Chrome. Ooh, okay. All right, well, I think we've got the right stuff in here. Let's assume we do, and we'll let our tests tell us if we don't. Oh wait. This is definitely wrong. That would have been a pain in the butt to find. Pending requests, incoming requests. So we're going to want to concat this on here too. Concat incoming. And voila. Okay, we've got all that set up. Let's open up our markdown file and see what we want to do next. Let me actually open our app spec. So where are we now? Adding a post, they did that. All right, so we're here. We contain the non-friends. We click the button and it does nothing. So let me just put we are here. So I haven't really moved this this marker that much so far today, but we'll get there. We're going to want to make a new action on our front end to request a friend. So let's do that. Request a friend. Request a friendship, let's call it like that. So we'll want to create an action, want to create an effect to call an API, to create a new friendship in the friendships database, in the friendship collection. And then we'll want to either have this return same as, I think we'll just have this return same as get friends. So let's do that. Let's start with creating the action and we'll go from there. So if I go to my user actions, we'll have export const. We'll call this user requests new friendship. Is create action. Where is this coming from right now? This is coming from our findable friends list, and we'll say request user request new friendship, and we'll want this props to be user ID is a string, like so. Let's look at, I don't think we'll want to change our reducer in any way for this. I think we'll just want to go into the effects. Let's actually start with the service. We'll say request add friend. Here's a, let's call this target user ID is a string. This will be an observable. Say it's an observable of the get friends response body, and we'll return this .http client post. So we'll return a get friends response body. It'll be called API/friends/request friendship, I guess, and it'll have a body of target. Let's just say user ID. User ID is a string. Wait, is that what I want? User ID? No, this is the target user ID. There we go. So that's all I need for that. In my effects, we'll say this will be request friendships equals create effect. We'll do over here return this dot actions dot pipe of type, and it was, what was the type? We just made this. It was user request new friendship. We're going to switch map that over. So here's the user ID, I believe. Yeah, that's right. To this dot friend service dot request add friend user ID dot pipe. Map this to we'll call it a retrieve friend succeeded. Otherwise, we'll catch error. Send it to a of retrieve friends failed, like so. All right, this will go out. So we're leveraging right now this retrieve friend succeeded because we just want to run the same thing when this comes back. I don't really want a new action for that, I don't think. It's the same way as the API coming back. Like I may want a new one there. I don't know, I'll think about that. For now, we'll leave it at this because this way is easier. That's our request friendships. That looks good. We'll need to add the API to the back end next. Let me check the markdown. Is that everything we said? This is done. Let's call this the API, so we'll focus on this now. So we'll go to our router for our friends. We'll add a new post. What did we call that in this service? Request friendship. Boom. We'll call this request friendship. And we'll go from here to add a new file. Request friendship ts. So we'll say export const request friendship is a request handler. Go equals request and response. And here we'll need to do, we're going to bring in our Mongo. Support it, I guess, Mongo from, man, it really doesn't like this. Zach live stream / backend / Mongo. Well, let's start with this. We're going to need constant friend ID to request is going to be equal to the request.body. What did we call it in here? .user ID. .user ID. That's going to be as a string. Again, it would be nice to learn what these, how to make this generic, but whatever. Then we'll call Mongo. What is wrong with this one? Let me just restart the TypeScript server. I don't know why that's messing up so weirdly. Mongo. There we go. Collection of Mongo friendships. And we're going to call insert1, where I'm wondering, any extra parentheses around this. I'm wondering if we need to validate that a friendship doesn't already exist for them. I'm not going to worry about that now. Let me add a note here. Just note validate that friendship doesn't already exist between user and requestee. All right, and I'll really need the user here too. Is equal to rec as any .user as Mongo user. There you go. And so the one we're going to want to insert is the requestee is equal to the friend ID to request. And this needs to be an object ID. Go. The requester is equal to our user. Well, this needs to be object ID too. User dot. No, it doesn't need to be an object ID. That's already there. That's right. There we go. And the accepted is now pending. Okay. New. That's what I needed. Okay. Cool. We've got it, I think. That's all it should do. If we go to our get friends, we want to return the same thing, so we'll send like so. Oh, we'll need to do that afterwards, won't we? Let's do this. So this is request friendship. Let's do it like this. So we'll call this at some point. We'll make a different const. Insert, not insert, add friendship to DB is a request handler. request a response into next. And this will do all of this stuff, right? And then can we just reuse this other get friends? Yes, we can. I think we can use this. So we can actually get rid of this. I don't know why I copied and pasted it just to rename it. But I really just need to add that next and call it at the end. Because we're not really changing anything about the context other than like our Mongo state has changed. So I think that's all we need. If we can go back to our router now, I'm going to rename this request friendship before I get too far down the rabbit hole. How do I rename this file? Why? Am I blind? Rename. There it is. So this is not request friendship. This is add friendship to DB. Enter. Now save it. If we go to our router, request friendship is going to attach friends. Then it's going to add friendship to DB. Then it's going to get friends. There you go. That looks good, I think. So this should all be wired up now. Let's try running the end-to-end and see how far we get now. Let's hit rerun. That didn't do anything because I think obviously we missed something. So this is in our find friends component. Yeah, we definitely want to do something when this gets clicked. Click equals request friendship, and we'll add this to our TypeScript here real quickly. Request friendship. We really need an ID here too. This is going to be a string, and this is just going to this.store.dispatch user requests new friendship. User ID is ID. So here we'll need to pass that in here. So we'll just have our findable friend.id. There we go. Let's try this again. We should get a step further. Post 500. Okay, let's see what that post failed with. Let's see. Add friendship to DB. Cannot read property user ID of undefined. What line did that happen on? Number 9. What do you mean you can't find it? Okay. Let's close this one out and let's open add friendship to DB at line number 9. Did this not get authorized? It definitely needs to be authorized. Oh no. That's what it is. This needs to have the body parser. So let's add that one. Import star as body parser from body. It really doesn't matter. I guess it has to be before this one. But we'll say body.json. Let's try that again. Alright, getting closer. Clicked. But never found it. Okay, let's see. Did I do this in the right order? Add friend to DB. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. I think I need to attach friends after. Yeah, I definitely have to attach friends after. So I need to parse out the body, then I need to add the friendships to the DB, then I need to attach all my friends, then I need to get the friends and return them. Okay. Did I save? No. Save. And now let's rerun. Hey! Okay. So there's my new friends I can make. It's empty now. That's good. That's good. Let me adjust the test a little bit because I want to make sure. I'm going to make 2 more here. So test friends. No, not there. I want to make 2 more of these. It contains test. So this should be a should, and this should be a not dot contain. This should be a test. This should just be our test friend. And this one is the same thing, dot should. And then this is a not dot contain our test non-friends. And we'll click it. We clicked it. We've officially moved the marker 1 line. There we go. We're here now. So now we need to show somewhere it's pending. I think I want to change this. I want to make it a completely new pending friendships. A completely new component just added in here. I'll just make a list for now. UI be damned. So let's do that. I think this is already working, minus the fact that there's no component. Let's just throw that together here real quick. A component. And this, what did I say it would be called? It would be called pending friendships. Pending friendships. The project is front end friends. There you go. I want to be SCSS in case we ever touch styles, and then we're going to want to make it export. I think that's good. Front end friends, pending friendships, run it. Alright, before I get too far, I'm going to go to the app component. I'm actually going to add this above. This is the completely wrong app. App component.html, our circle, find friends. Put it above. It feels to me like it belongs below the list, but above people to find. So we'll call this our circle pending friendships. What's the easiest way to do this? I think I just erase it and then start to close it again. Yeah, there we go. There we go. If I click this, it'll take me into it. I want to just say pending friends is equal to, let's inject the store. This dot store dot pipe select pending requests. Get that in there. There we go. Save that. Let's get rid of that like that. And for now, I just want to make this kind of pass the unit test. So I'm going to say it's an unordered list. That's all we're getting. It's an unordered list. You get li G4. This would be where it would be great to have ngrx let. I need to get ngrx 10 in here. But for now I'll do an ngf, because actually ngf might not be that bad. So I'll put this in an ng container. Sorry, ngf, because I don't think I want to show any of this if I don't have any users. What did I call this? Called it pending friends. Pending friends pipe async as I'll just call it friends. This context doesn't need to know. It's friends. Close the container. Let's put, I think it's like we're at an h3 here. h3, call this pending friends. There we go. For, we'll say let friend of, nope, of friends. And then we'll put in here friend dot name. It's like the language service stopped there. It makes me nervous. Is pending like that. I think that'll work. Let's go to our app spec. I think we'll want to change this a little bit. Yeah, so we'll want it to contain is pending. Let's try that. Let's try that. And oh, it's going. Didn't work. Didn't work. What's went wrong? Clicked it. Wonder if there's something wrong. Let's see if they can find some errors. No errors. Okay. Go to our pending friendships. Select pending requests. So if I check the store here, no, I can't do that. Shoot. Let's go to localhost new browser here so I can look at the Redux dev tools. So this is test username, test password. If I inspect, see all those errors, I kind of expected to see that. But if I look at Redux, what's my state? Findable friends. Come down here. Get friend succeeded. What is this? What does this action look like? Comes back. This person's still coming up as a findable friend. They should definitely be. Oh, the user themselves. That's weird. But pending friends is definitely there. But the selector's not. Wait, now it's there. Wait, what? Did I miss that? I don't know. This looks like it worked. This looks like it worked. Let's try rerunning this. What's going on? Pending friends. Huh. Wait, I'm not clicking the button. That's totally it. It can't find the button. Or maybe, I don't know. Let's look at the spec. Let's look at the spec. I'm thinking it just never clicked the button somehow. So this is request add friend dot click. Let's look at our find friends HTML. That's the selector I have on it. How is it not clicking it? Find friends. Click. Let's check this to make sure. That looks the same. Should not contain that. Should not contain. Oh wait. It should not contain test. Oh my goodness. Silly. I think this was actually test name. Yeah. I think that's right. All right, this should get us. This should get us through. Let's see. Oh, it definitely did. It definitely did. Then we logged out and we tried to log back in. And we went to our test non-friend who just requested. They see their test friend that they could add them. So they could click that and they can see they're pending. But I don't have anything to mark the incoming yet. So let's do that. I think we're almost done here. Like I think we did most of the work and now we're just going to breeze into the rest of it. Let's go in here. So I'm going to say, call this one incoming requests. This is going to go into our front end friends. Module is that, style is SCSS. I'll just leave it default. Export it. Boom. Okay, let's run it. Let's go to I'm gonna go to my app component.ts. And let's see, where does this belong? If I see something coming in, I would probably expect it to be below the friend list, but above pending, and definitely be above find friends. So this one was called incoming. Oops, let's do this. Incoming requests. Save it. And we'll just do a very similar thing that we did with our last one. So if we go to incoming request.ts, get rid of all this. Oops, get out of here. Inject our nice store. We'll say our incoming requests is equal to this dot store dot pipe select incoming requests. There we go. I think that's all we need. I don't need on a net. Get out of here. There we go. I'm going to just copy the template from its sibling over here that we just made. Copy, paste, and this will be incoming requests, and call it up here, incoming requests, and there we go. But this one will need to be, for name has requested your friendship. Hey. Let's make this another thing. And underneath this we'll just put a button. Let's give it an A to E tag here real quick. Equals approve friendship. Approve. Click. Man, I forgot we're gonna have to do all this stuff in the back. So we'll call this approve friendship. And we'll pass in the friends.id. Alright, gotta go back to component. We'll call this approve friendship. D is a string. This dot store dot dispatch. Approve friendship. Not that. I need to make an action for this. User ID is the ID. Close it. All right, let's go to our user actions. And we'll do the same thing we did up here. It's going to be a different action. User, let's call it approve friendship so it matches. This is the approve friendship list approve friendship. Boom, like so. Nothing needs to change in the adapter or the reducer, really, I don't think. That's already kind of set up for all this. Nothing needs to change in our selectors. Reducer, I don't believe needs to change. We'll just add an effect in here. Actually, let's first add this service. So we'll request add the friend. Now we'll say approve friend. Target user ID is a string. Observable, we'll have this return the same as the other one. We'll turn this .http client .post get that, but this will go to, we'll call it API/friends/approve friendship, and user ID is equal to targeted user ID. Cool. There's a lot of really duplicate code in here. Wonder if, well, I don't know. Let's not get too fancy with it. Press friendships. We'll rename this approve friendships. Approve friendship. Here we'll say this is approve friend with the user ID. If we do, we'll just map it to this retrieve friend succeeded. Again, I think we could probably do a unique action for this, but we'll do that later if we do it. Hit save, and we'll go to our router now on the backend side. We just need to make, I think we need to do very similar to what we had done in our last one. So here we'll say router.post. We called this approve friendship. Maybe I should just call this approve. I think it's too late. We'll use the body parser.json. We'll need to approve friendship. That'll be a new middleware we'll have to write. But then we'll just need to attach our friends, and we'll need to get our friends and send them back. So let's make this a new file. Approve friendship.ts. I'm going to copy this one. I think it's going to be very similar. Ooh, let me rename this with the right name. There you go. User is our Mongo user. Friend ID to approve. What's that? So now we'll get the friendships first. We should really await that, actually. Yeah. It's a little nerve-wracking. Okay. We'll make this async so we can kind of go through these one by one. We'll await friendships. Before we insert, we are going to find one where the requestee is our user.id. Let's see, the requestee, yes, is the user. The requester is equal to the friend ID to approve. This actually needs to be a new object ID for Mongo. And then the status should be, what should the status be? It should be pending, right? Because we'll want to get the one that's pending. Const friendship is equal to this. Well, then we'll say if not friendship, Friend. I keep forgetting the D. Friendship. Then we will respond dot status 404, I think, dot send, and we'll return. So if there's not a friendship in this state, we'll just fail it. I don't know if 404 is the right one there. Probably not. But there we go. Then we'll await mongo.collection. Let's grab all this to the find one. Dot. We want to insert one. We really need to want to like replace one. Update one. Maybe we just needed to do this the whole time. But first is the filter and then the update. Yeah, let's just do that. So we'll just... no. Let's just do it like this. It's probably a little more inefficient than it could be, but just want to get this done. And we'll replace the update to it will be status is approved, I think. Doesn't like that. What doesn't it like about this? It's not assignable. Literal type update query. I think there's something I'm missing about Mongo. Let's see if I can Google this real quick. Mongo. Let me bring this over. So I'm looking for Mongo update one example JS driver. Let's see. So get that one. What's my update? What does my update look like? Set. Okay, I need to set. Is that it? Status. Oh, I think that's what I need to do. Wait. Was that a $sign set? I've already lost it. Yeah, $sign set. Okay, so then we'll $sign set. Status approved. There you go. And then we'll next, and we'll do that. I think we did it. Let's see. We'll find out. We run the end-to-end tests. Oh, 504. I messed something up bad. What happened? Connection refused. Maybe I hit it while I was trying to restart it. $504. Let's try restarting. Did my server fail? Oh. This needs to be imported. Oops. Let's get Cypress back where I want it. I think this is just failing because I jumped the gun here. Prove friendship. Is that what we call it? No. Friendship. There you go. Go to router. Prove friendship. Approve friendship from / approve friendship. All right. Let's try that. That work? I'll find name. Wait, what? All right, I think that worked. Let's try it. Run all specs. Fail. What happened? Let's watch the serve this time. Boom. Forgot to import over here. Okay. Import approve friendship from at Stack Livestream front end our circle. Like so. Let's see if that fixes it. I feel like things are going much quicker today than they were yesterday. Cypress going to start up for us if I failed the first time? I think it might not. We cancel and restart. It's coming. It's coming, y'all. I can feel it. Here we go. Building. Built. API is listening. Where are you at, Cypress? There you at. There you at. Here we go. Let's run them. Hey, there we go. All right. Logged into the. Didn't click it. I didn't click it. Wait, if I click it, nothing happens. Get a 404. Get a 404. Why? Okay, that's fine. Did I click it first of all? I did. I'm definitely not clicking it. Definitely not clicking it. Let's find that our incoming requests. Got to add that to here. Copy. Let's go to our app spec. Request that friend. So we're getting through all this. Getting through all this. Request list. I don't know if we get in through all this. There you go. So I don't need this. I think I can just use the component name r circle, and this is approve friendships. Component contains test user. Then we should click it. Just try this again. So here has requested your friendship. Approve friendships. Did I get the wrong name? Let's go to the. Oh yeah, it's definitely incoming requests. Let's copy it from here to be safe. Save it. We should see it click. I bet we'll get the 404 when we click though. Circle incoming requests. Hits that. Find test user within, but never did. Oh, test user. Yes, this is what I need. Let's grab that. The tests suck. It's okay, we're fixing them as we go. Alright, we clicked it, we got the 404, we're making progress. What's up with the 404? What's that about? I think I know what it is, but let's go to, what did we call that middleware? We called it approve friendships.ts. Friendship is equal to this. Find one. Should be that. If we don't have one, So the requestee should be the user.id. So .log friend ID to approve. Gotta get into the habit of doing this more often. Friend. Alright, let's rerun it. We'll check, see what that came in with. So I think that the logic seems sound to me. Friend ID to approve. It's that one. Let's just do const friendships is equal to this. Dot find dot to array. Console.log friendships. What does it like about friendships? Oh. There you go. Alright, try it again. Come on now. We're almost there. 40 minutes over. Don't care. We're doing it. I swear, I'm not turning off the stream till we get this. Let's see. Got the 404 still. What's going on? What's up? What's up? Requester. What is that about? It's like there's multiple ones in here. That's just weird. Oh no, this is okay. This is the other user's friend that's already established. My users. User.id. Just up here, console.log our user. Let's make sure. Wait for that to come through. We'll just watch it come in over here. So this is my user. 16. And this is the friend ID user. So, I mean, it's clearly this one, right? Requester is equal to friend ID to approve. The requestee is equal to the user ID. The status is pending. Why is it not finding this one? I don't know. Oh, Dedoy. TypeScript, why didn't you help me there? I feel so betrayed. I feel so betrayed. Why am I doing this typing? It's all a waste. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Ah! Coming friends. So I'll approve friendship. We clicked it. Got a 200. But then we never got our friend list back. Did I not click it? Let's try to click it here. 200. Let's run it. Just stop. Yeah. Let's try it from the... It's kind of hard to see what was going on there. Let's see if we can run it from here. We're going to log into test username and password. Login failed. Test password. Test password. Login failed. F. Test username. Test password. There it is. Coming in. Request to add friend. They're pending. Log out. Log in as test non-friend. This would be password, I believe. No, what's in the seed? Seed. Not a friend. This is name. This is username. Not a. He will be. He will be. Alright, let's make sure network's open. Yeah, it's all bullshit right there. Click it. Prove friendship. What? Incoming requests. Still has it coming back as test name. Wait. Incoming requests. Test. Yeah, he should have moved to our friends now. He should have moved to our friends. What happened? If I click it again, I should see what happened to that friendships. Click it again. Dude, I did it again. Oh, that's frustrating. Why do I use TypeScript if it's not going to do this for me? It should yell at me. It should yell at me right here. Update one. What do I have? Yes. Ugh, that's a pain. What doesn't it like about this? Well, at least it helped me that time. Oy. Alright. I think... Let's try it. This is the moment of truth, y'all. I think this is it. I think we got this. I think we got it. There we go. No! Test. It's because I named the user wrong in the spec. It needs to be test name. I see it. I see this is working. Let's hit that real quick. A little anticlimactic. Friend list should contain test name. Should not contain test friend. Should really be in findable friends. Let's add that. Just make sure everything's working here. I'm going to make this a little smaller. So I'm just feeling cramped. So that should be true. If we look at the find friends, it should contains test friend. But we're not going to click it. Contains, this should be visible. Should contain this, should not be visible. Should contain this. I don't think it's containing all these content posts, which is making me real nervous. I guess when we get new friends, we should go out. When that comes back, we should probably go out and get our content posts too. Oy. Let's see if we can add that to our content posts now. Pretty sure we'll need to do this. Content post dot effects, and we'll just need to add init content post list initialized with new user. We're also going to want this. Oh, I hate to do this every time we get friends. Or get friends succeeded. Let's get rid of the login succeeded at least. Because login succeeded should spawn a get friends, so it'll at least chain that way. We'll make the test pass, and we'll make this better later. initialized with user, and here we're going to have get friends succeeded. Did I call this the wrong thing? Let's go to the friend. There's this user actions. Retrieve friend succeeded. That's what I wanted. I want to go back to the content post effects. Content post effects. Paste it. What do you like? There we go. What? Okay. Get a hold of yourself, VS Code. Let's hit it. Didn't get it. This should be visible. Let's see. Should that be visible? Let's look at our seed. Let's find this. It should definitely not. This should be visible, should not be visible. That's why I shouldn't name things this way. Let me open this up to the side so I can just have it. While I do this one, app spec. Pre should. Nope. Not dot contain. Should be visible. It should contain. This should also be visible because that is by our user, and we're friends with them now. So pre contains. This should be visible. Pre should contain. This should not be visible because that's the user, our test user who did it, and it should also contain this. Friend list should have our user. It should not have our test friend. Should do this. I think that's it. I think that's the last piece of the puzzle. Let's see it. Here, I'm going to stop it and rerun it so we can see all of it in its glory. Give me that green check. Yes. There it is. We did it. I'm going to turn on all the other tests and make sure we didn't break anything here before we log off. If we did, I might just say, well, we'll fix it later. But let's see. First one succeeded already. Second one succeeded. It's not even a thing. Not even a thing. Boom. I need to change the name of this one. This is named poorly. Log in and refresh the browser. That is not what I'm doing here at all. I am log in to test user. Add friend, log out, and into requested friend and accept. I'm actually, just because I'm feeling it, we're going to come back and we're going to do it one more time. We're going to go back, was like where we log out and log back in. I'm going to do this. And we're going to log back into the original user. So here we'll say test username, and this was their test password, and submit. And this should contain test name. And then let's just assert the things we normally assert when we get in. Assert has access to friends. We'll adjust these a little bit here too. So contains the friend. It should contain now that test non-friend, because now they're approved. This should be visible. This should also be visible. Pretty much everything should be in here. contains this one, and what was that last one? Pre-contains, this post was added during our test. Let's hit that. And we'll just see all these greens happen in glorious succession. There it is. Man, I could hit this refresh button all day. It's a good feeling. Well, we did it. We added our big story. We went like an hour over. But that's okay. Y'all have a good rest of your Friday. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you next week here on ZLS. Bye now.